What's going on, everybody? It's always, ever since we had that one day where like TikTok kept failing over and over and over again, I'm always surprised when the stream starts without any hiccups. How great is that? I'm surprised when everything works. All right, everybody, we're playing some more Green Hell today. How exciting is that? That's going to be a good time for everybody involved. And so, hang on, let me just push everything right here. I'm going to do something right there. Okay. And so, first things first, just got to set up the chats like I always do so I can see everybody. Hey, Bob Bobberson. How you doing? Good to see you. We'll go ahead and pull up TikTok chat, then get the YouTube ones pulled up. And then we'll get into the game. I got to fix a wall today. Last time I did a stream, one of these dudes knocked down a whole wall, and it wasn't that fun. Hey, Master of Food. Go drunk your home, Master of Food. Sorry, that's as dad jokey as I like to get. I don't do that many dad jokes. You know, as somebody who is a dad of kids who think everything I say is hysterical, which, by the way, is like the ultimate ego stroke. Is I have kids right now that think every single thing I say is hilarious. I can walk up to my 4-year-old and I can just be like, cheeseburger, and she'll be like, Dad, you're the best. And it's just too much power for anybody to have. But anyway, oh man, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, you did get into today's stream a little earlier. Good to see you here, though. Absolutely appreciate that. Got this chat popped up. You can close out of YouTube now. And then get into it. All right, we got TikTok, we got Twitch, we got both YouTubes. They do got a good sense of humor at that age, man. They enjoy pretty much everything. It is a trip. But anyway, so we got to fix this wall. That's the big wall that we got to fix when we wake up tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get some sleep because we got some insomnia right now. No, I live in California, Bagus. So no, yeah, I'm over here in the States. Better cheeseburger than other things. I mean, that's absolutely true. That is an accurate statement, I guess. All right, first things first, let's tend the fire. Don't want that to go out on us. Got any, yeah, make sure that our traps aren't still set. Man, I want that stick. Nice. I'm trying to see that. I like seeing people's Green Hell builds and stuff like that. I don't know why, but I'm a big fan seeing other base building and stuff along that lines. Okay, I have absolutely no wood to tend this fire with, and I don't like that. And so we're going to go ahead and grab whatever we can. Just kind of keep it going for a few seconds while I get some stuff going, because I just don't want to deal with putting this fire out right now. Just not a big fan of that. I don't say. Master of Food, have you ever played Green Hell? I can't recall if this is one of your style of games or not. I mean, it's pretty much just like a different variant of the survival base building genre. So many of these games. This one is just fantastic. What do I need? Carbs. We need carbs. Here, while we're collecting firewood, let's go ahead and collect some stuff to get our carb situation back up and running with. All right, we got sticks here. Ooh, that's a good idea. I don't know why I've never thought about doing something like that. That's a really good idea. All right, there's our carbs for the morning. Hey, Utam. I hope I said that right. I'm terrible with names, by the way. Like I am terrible with like the usernames and stuff like that. And so correct me as you wish. Okay, so there's our pot. Let's go ahead and toss some water. Really? Only 10? Hang on, I need more water. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. I got a lot of food in my inventory that I can just snack on real fast. I'm at least going to make a full pot of soup. All right. Eat these pine nuts. Don't really need it, but we'll eat the Brazil nuts too. Waste these mushrooms before they go bad. Okay. All right, mushroom soup, delicious. Still need some more carbs. This isn't going to give us carbs, but it's going to give us the rest of the protein we need. All right, and let's go get some bananas. Ah, that was dumb. Forgot to check for traps. Some of these are getting triggered. Others of these I have to reset every single time because they're not getting triggered. And so I end up just walking right into them a lot. And so we'll go ahead and just trip them all, and then we'll reset them. This is by far one of the more intricate trap layouts that I've done, but it's super worth it. It's very effective. Like you'll actually see it in action in just a little bit, but it's super dangerous when you're just trying to do the regular stuff around here. All right, so that should be all of them. Aside from the arrow that's in my face right now. What do I need? Carbs. Carbs. There should be a banana tree. There's some mushrooms. There we go. Okay, there should be... I guess the banana tree, I cut it down. Let's go get bananas down here then. And actually, while we're at it, we'll get some mud bricks. I have a wall to repair. Not that thrilled about it, but... I have to do some... Basically, I have to do some modifications because I'm trying to funnel them in. That's why I don't have a door on this space. Because it's wave base, round base and stuff. But they broke through one of my walls the last time I did this. I need to make some more metal arrowheads. But either way. Yeah, it is pretty bonkers. It is. I will say, I need to make some more of those metal ones and put the metal ones in the trap. Get some more damage going. Alright, so we got meat going on. We got everything going on. We're probably going to get attacked by a puma very soon. Hello, free carbs. Can you have pizza? Always, Undead. I want pizza. I made pizza for the family the other night. Might have some leftovers, actually. No, I want pizza. Anyway. Sometimes you gotta. You always take the high road. Alright, anyway, mud mixer time. Let's make some mud. So, first order of business is fixing the wall. Second order of business is laying down more traps. So that way, what happened doesn't happen again. Third order of business is going to be... I don't know, actually. Probably do another round. Why not, right? Let's move this forward a little bit. We're in the dry season. I think we're on day 27 or something like that. I mean, it would be pretty cool if I could one-hit kill those giants. Because that's what's getting me right now is those giants. They take so much. And I end up trying to like lead them back through my own traps just to survive them. And so it is pretty intense. There's only 2 traps that actually work on the tribals. It's the arrow trap, which you see a bunch of them laid out, and then some stick traps. And so we're going to lay some stick traps out around the walls of the base and stuff. All right, let me refill these real fast. Oh, wrong button. Oh, man. It's actually been a week since I've last been in Green Hell. I always got to remember the different commands of the controls and stuff like that. Gotta love Primal Warfare, man. Don't know why I just washed myself. I need to get one more thing of mud. And get that stack right back on top of me. Alright, I don't think I have charcoal on me. Nope, just a bunch of metal arrows. Alright. Well, go ahead and take this back up with us. Hang on, do we have... Real quick, do we have all the carbs we need? There's always bananas on this tree. So we'll go ahead and grab the bananas off this tree. And then we might as well take a minute to get ourselves clean. Not even a minute, just like 20 seconds. I should probably go back into some of the other maps eventually and like get some of the other stuff that I need, like the breathing mask and the climbing rope and stuff like that. Actually, this is Spirits of the Amazonia. There's no climbing rope in this. But I should probably go back one of these days and like take care of that stuff. Just seems practical, I guess is the way to look at it. All right, eat these bananas. Fantastic. Cool. You know what I just realized? I do not have any disinfecting plants. It's not that safe to not walk around with that. I have one thing of painkillers on me, so I'm not too stressed. But still. All right. So first order of business is fixing this wall over here. So let's get that done. Yeah, it was actually kind of trippy when this ended up breaking down in front of me. There was this tribal that was just kind of banging on it. And he came like just right up to it and just started smacking at it. And I kept shooting at him, but you can't shoot through the windows in this game unless you're right up on it. And so, yeah, super weird. But either way. And we got tons of mud bricks because I'm going to refill my storage of mud bricks while I got them all. Figured we might as well. There's not much that we need to do with the pots. But like I should probably do some rain collectors up here. I don't really, like I haven't bothered with them because I'm right next to that pond and I just jump in it from up here whenever I need a bath or something like that. So I'm not stressing it, but either way. There we go. All right, wall recreated. So now what we're going to do is we're going to prevent them from getting right up onto this wall and breaking it again. You out of here, Go Sam? Again, I really hope I'm saying that right. But either way, thanks for stopping by. Mighty kind of you. So, yeah. Just a bunch of these to make it a little bit easier. It is? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I think it's one of the better survival games that's out there. Love how I just have like a bunch of arrows laid out here now because I don't want them anymore because I just have upgraded arrows. So, fantastic. So once we get this wall set up, we'll go ahead and initiate one of the rounds of the Horde mode. If you have not seen it, it is fantastic. It is probably one of the best aspects of this game because they start sending, like, I don't know. Normally the tribals are so hesitant to attack you, but in this, they kind of remove all of that. Okay. So back over here. That is valid. That is actually valid, and I haven't bothered to increase my my storage. Like I haven't bothered to refill a lot of my storage right now, and so every time I need something, I have to just run out and go get it, and it wastes a lot of time. But still. All right. So one thing that I have learned about building the stick traps is that when you set out to actually build these things, don't screw yourself over. How did I get this axe right here? So this was added in Spirits of the Amazonia, which we're playing, and you get it as one of the weapons from the big tribal giants. I think they're called thugs. And so, like, I don't think you encounter thugs in the main story mode or in survival mode. I think the thugs are only in Spirits. Can you have too much of nothing? Yes. Yes, you can have too much nothingness. That's very, very true. All right, let's check our fire real fast. So because of all the traps, I kind of have a hidden entrance. What up, bro? Come on. Haha. Oh, that was a bad shot. That was my fault. That was a decent one, though. Man, I'm getting like his chest. There it is. There's the headshot. All right. Anyway, sorry. Got a little distracted. That was very unsightly. Okay, tribal bow over here. Is that better than what I'm rocking? 98 and 100. Yeah, it's just barely, so who cares? All right, ditch these bones because we got a full thing of them. Ditch this human meat because who cares about human meat? What's better, survival or Spirits of the Amazonia? Well, now that they've kind of opened up the map with Spirits of the Amazonia, I kind of think that you get the same survival experience whether you're doing survival or Spirits. I personally like Spirits because of the legends. Like, there's a legend that you can do that gives you the access to drinking water throughout the map, and that's super handy. Like, it is an ultimate, like, one of the best things that ever came from this game. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think Legends would probably be better. But, I mean, that's just my opinion. Okay, real quick, let's hop back in here. That's the secret entrance into the base. Just so that way these dudes don't break in and all that. That makes me laugh. I enjoy that. Do that, sir. And if you don't do that, I'll do that. There you go. I am not familiar with that one, to be frank. I'm not Frank. My name's Kevin. Anyway, let's go find some more sticks. Should be some just laying about here. I always run right over these, and so those are already armed, and so I'm going to avoid those, but it's always so much fun having to get all these sticks chopped out. Oh, there's an arrow that probably shot at me. Couldn't pick that one up. What's the best weapon to use? Bow and arrow. I am a big fan of the bow and arrow in this game. I know that a lot of people, like, they kind of have their own preferences with weapons and things like that, but I do not like melee combat that much in this game. I would much rather stand back, dodge one of these enemies, and just kind of go back and forth over and over and over again, putting arrows into them. Or the one-hit, most of the enemies are one-hit headshots. And so I think it's just the thugs and the caimans that require more than one shot these days. What am I talking about? That just require more than one shot. And so that's kind of what I would suggest. Always get a bow and arrow. And then the tribal bow is the best. The bamboo bow is the second best because it's the lightest. And then the regular bow that you make out of a regular long stick, I guess, would be the last. Okay, check that out. So again, it just takes a ton, and I mean a ton of sticks to do this, but it is worthwhile to do it properly. Didn't see that I left a log behind. That was actually kind of cool to see. Wait, regular? What? Regular? What's so upsetting about? Wait, I missed something. What I missed, Master Feud? You got to explain it. I feel like that's something that I need to install onto Streamlabs here. Just like we need how many times does Kevin get confused to stream counter? Oh, the regular bow? Yeah. So gross. So gross. So gross. We don't need it. We don't need it at all. What I think about the updates, they're fantastic, Mally. I've actually, I really appreciated that Creepy Jar, the developers, spent so much time building out free updates for the community. Because it's a gorgeous game. It really is. And it's a truly underrated game, too. Hey, what's going on? It has been a long time, Krisic. Or Krisic. Sorry, I think I messed up your name the first time you popped in here, too. You might have to help me out with the pronunciation again. But either way, good to see you. I definitely remember the name. Good to see you. But yeah, no, they've made a bunch of updates to it, and I really appreciate pretty much every single one of them. It's the other random stuff that, I don't know, other developers, they have to like sell game content, but like Creepy Jar just gave us all of it for free, and I appreciate that, you know. Silksong? You're not the first person that has told me to play Silksong. You're definitely not. I think Jay's told me to play that one too. It's a chill game. I know that's a troll, sir. Okay, what was I doing? I'm in the middle of traps. I need leaves. Let's go chop some leaves. Yeah, build up my axe strength. I am in the know in some instances. You know what? I respect it. I respect the shot. They should make more, but you know what? As much as I agree with you, I also think that they're definitely need to focus on the new game that just came out for them, Star Rupture. Because if you haven't checked out Star Rupture, it is truly gorgeous. Highly, highly recommend Star Rupture. All right, got to be careful after we lay these down. Do I promise to remember you when I'm famous? I don't know if I'll ever be famous, but I mean, I promise to remember you. I try my best to remember as many people who come into our streams as possible. Mainly because when I was watching streams, or still do, I want to be remembered, you know? So I understand that. Everybody has that. All right. I would love for that to be the case. That's for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and Oh yeah, they've updated it since then. And I think that with the survival mode, you get the same experience, but spirits, there's the legends, man. And I think that is such a big deal because there's all these like little tiny ponds all over the map that become instantly just like sources of fresh water. And like you never really have to worry about your water resources in the dry season again. All right, I'm thinking we're gonna go ahead and do a round now that we fixed that. Is that really what we want to do? Do a round? I need to put down some more traps because if I get attacked by another thug, I'm not in a good place for that. Like he'll remember? I will try to remember everybody, Master of Food. You know how it goes. All right, so in order to do this, I need to eat something that's going to boost my energy. Aren't like all the tribal villages missing? I feel like all the tribal villages, except for the ones from story mode, are missing. I might be wrong about that one. Thanks for the follow, Ryan. Appreciate that. Like that name. What's tomorrow, Master of Food? Enlighten me. Look at all this tapir meat we have. Delicioso. Probably should be eating the peccary meat instead of this stuff. But either way, all right, got my energy up a little bit. Let's drink a little bit of water. I need to refill this thing pretty soon. Yeah, because I am tapped out on all of this stuff right here. No, I don't want to put that there. I want to put it right there. Friday, there you go. Appreciate the likes. Thank you very much. that tripped me out the first time I found it. I won't give any spoilers, but when I first found the last map in the survival mode, I was not expecting it. Oh yeah, Friday the 13th. That's why I'm postponing the shareholders meeting, actually, that we normally run on that day. We're postponing it until like next Friday. So there you go. Thought it would just not be necessarily appropriate to put shareholders in a meeting on Friday the 13th. You know how it goes. All right, let's arm our traps. So I have to be careful. I've already screwed this up so many times. I get hurt so many times trying to do this. Exactly. That's one of my favorite things about this game specifically. There's like Easter eggs and stuff like that that the community is still finding. Like somewhere in the map, I have yet to find it, but somewhere in the map up in the trees, there's like a bike somewhere. And like other random stuff like that. And so like you have to look in the canopy of trees to find the random Easter eggs and random stuff like that. Just little random tidbits. And I feel like games like this and what's the other one? Sons of the Forest. There's a lot of Easter eggs that the developers have snuck in there, but the community has not found yet. Like, I don't know. I just get that vibe. Like, Wilson cannot be the only Easter egg in this. The wooden spoon has to have a purpose. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Yes. We are definitely doing the flame thing right now. That is why we are armed to the teeth with traps. And I'm trying to do this where I don't miss one. All right, so that one's armed. So we're ready. Is this one armed? Yes. Okay, that one's armed. Sounds good, Bob. You have a great rest of your day, sir. Always a pleasure. Appreciate the heart. Mighty kind of you. Super kind. Appreciate that a lot. All right, so I'm just loading in the regular traps. I need to play Raft, man. I looked at my Steam library. I don't have a copy of it. I thought I did. But I think whenever we made content for it, we either used like the trailer footage or it was Jay who filmed a bunch of stuff with it. So I think Jay's the one who has Raft. Aw. Well, I appreciate you using your last coin, man. That's mighty kind of you. Like seriously, I really appreciate the gift. That's very, very kind. This love the username. This is Green Hell. And it is one of the best survival games of all time. I'm about ready to trigger the wave of enemies. And so it's going to get a little bit like a horde mode up in here. But it's going to be super fun. Wait! What? What are we waiting for? I don't know what we're waiting for, so I think I'm going to just keep going. Okay. I'm down with that. I'm definitely down with doing that with you and Major and 17. That sounds like a blasty blast. That would be. I honestly I can't wait to play the Green Hell on VR. I still have yet to have a chance to do it, and so I definitely cannot wait to see it all up there. When will there be a horror? What? I'm very confused. A horror update? I don't think they're gonna do that in this game if that's what you're referring to. All right, all of our traps are armed. Let's get it on. I don't even know what round I'm on. Oh, I heard a thug. That's not good. That's not good. There's 1, 2. Oh, thug's going through the right. Don't like that. Nope. Run away. Run away, Jakey boy. Don't you dare put that out. Come on. There we go. He bled out. All right. Whew. Whew. That was not that safe. Don't like that. But yeah, that's how you get these axes. How did you build the spine walls? These are just the palisades. They're inside of the bottom tab under the defensive structures. That's where all that is. Excuse me for 1 second, though. I have gotten injured, and I need to figure that out. So let's go ahead and just take care of this wound real fast. That wasn't that bad. Appreciate the share. I don't know if they're in the VR mode. I think that they're missing it. Yeah, we got Green Hell today, Tannen. Got a good one today. Yeah, and I think that's how it was in the with all of the console updates. Like, they're still missing some console updates. The Switch is never going to update past the metalworking, which is super, super unfortunate. All right, so I missed a couple of arrows somewhere. I also am not too concerned about keeping my area clean. Basically, I just have like 1 thing of maggots in case I get an infection. Oh yeah, more metal arrowheads. I should update my traps to be more metal arrowheads, to be honest. All right, so let's make sure that we are relatively safe here. That's the one that is really intriguing to me. Is getting on the PC version of it, because like, I mean, this game, I've seen so many people play the VR version of Green Hell, but like, oh man, does it look good. It looks fantastic. All right, so let's be safe here. Oh, that one was still armed. This one's still armed. Don't know why he didn't trigger those. He ran straight through them. We'll go ahead and pop these. So he only tripped over that. That is the only thing he ran through. And then, what, did you run behind these? I can't run. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. You can kind of finesse your way through this. Oh, okay. How much better are the metal tip? I don't know how much more damage they do. But I know that they do more damage. And that's definitely why I like to use them. Just making sure that all of these are tripped before I start running around and fixing things. Oh, no space in the backpack. Gotta fix that. And then this one, yeah, these guys got tripped into these. So, okay, that wasn't that bad, to be frank. Like, it's pretty easy. Excuse me. Whew. Go ahead and just reorganize some of this real fast. Get this last body over here. Nope, don't arm that. We want the body. There we go. Just get rid of some of that stuff for 2 seconds here. So the rounds are definitely getting harder. That is for sure happening. It does get a little boring. That's why I like that they've added the Spirits of the Amazonia mode, which is what we're kind of doing right here. because it makes you rethink how you got to do your base building, because you have to do the traps, otherwise it's not going to work. And then, I mean, the Eternal Flame, and let's be honest here, but we got, what, 35 more rounds left to go, and I'm already kind of, like, running into this situation where I'm like, where can I put more traps? This isn't going well, you know? And so definitely a very, very unique situation here. All right. I should go hunting. That should be how we end the day here, is going hunting and getting a pig. Oh, that one was still armed. Whoops. Hope there wasn't an arrow in that. I didn't get hit, so oh well. Let's catch ourselves a pig. There's our carbs for tomorrow, too. Get this one. Oh, I just heard the pig. I need bandages, too. There we go. There we go. Anyway, I need to get back into Grounded, too. That's what's anyway. I need to actually get into some of those updates. What are the coordinates of this place? 2, give me just 1 second. I actually don't know them off the top of my head. I am up here in the top right. So that's what, 36, 32 of the Spirits of the Amazonia map. How do you play? So I'm like 1,000 hours into this game. I'm deep into my Green Hell playing. It is one of those games that I love so much. And so I've always just been a big fan of it. And so that's all I can say, is just play for a very, very long time and you will get better at it. That's all it takes. There's a learning curve to it. Once you've gotten past the learning curve, the game itself is not that difficult. Just get past that learning curve. It's about just understanding the plants and stuff like that. No, haven't had a chance to play on VR, unfortunately. That is definitely something that I do want to do. It looks gorgeous on VR. But yeah, just never had a chance to. Alright, and we got how many hours? 1 day on those mushies. So we'll go ahead and... I'm not that happy about this. Like, I'm not that happy about it. But we're going to filter this water into that. So that way we can go get some dirty water and clean it up. That's what everybody says. And like, I've watched a bunch of clips of Green Hell in VR, and it looks gorgeous. Like it looks like one of the greatest video games in VR history, if I can be frank about it. And so I'm really hoping that I get a chance to one of these days, but there's so many games that are on my radar right now that I need to get done. The latest Creepy Jar game is also gorgeous too. What's it called? Star Rupture. That is a beautiful base building game. So highly recommend that one. All right, and it is the dry season, so we have to do this manually, which is fine. Just want to always keep this going. Hey, Marie, how you doing? I'm doing well. How about yourself? Go ahead and just fill these up. I'm not going to bother mixing, but I want to get pretty much everything ready to go with these mixers. So that way, if I have to repair a wall or set something else up, then be good to go. Oh, nope. Give me that. Thank you. And then I'm hoping... Actually, I don't know how many more days we have before the dry season ends. All right. So I need to fix 2 pieces of armor, it looks like, which isn't that big of a deal. For those leeches. There it is. It took a while. All right, so I got the banana leaves up over by the base. Actually, I think I have everything else up at the base. We just need to make sure we have the rope on us. Yep, we got enough rope too. So let's get on back. And if we see anything that we need to grab, we might as well just grab it. But yeah, this is all palm leaves, dead carcass. Oh, that's right. I need to fix that too. Before the trap goes. All right, so banana leaf right here. Is that seriously the only one I have? No, okay, we got that. Those were the last 2 banana leaves. So that's fantastic. All right, we got enough bones laying around here. So let's go ahead and get this part done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1 banana leaf. How long have I been streaming? I've been making content for something like 10 years, but typically I make it for other people. And so we just started streaming, my buddy and I, Jay. We just started streaming just within the past couple of years. But like it only took like 1 year to turn full time because this is the gaming channel. We also do a stock market financial news channel and stuff, and that's the one that makes money. This one's just more for funsies. But yeah, super fun. I like making content. It's a fun lifestyle. All right, so cool. We got our stuff done here. I'm trying to see if there's any feathers laying on the ground because I really want to be making some more metal arrows. Oh, I already am. Not a full-time streamer, but a full-time content creator. Been doing this for way too long, and so with like I sit at my desk all day long and just make content all day. And so the other channel is what really pays the bills. All right, and now we need small sticks. That's the big thing that we need. If I have to say what rank this game from 1 to 10, even though I love this game, I'm gonna have to say that it is like an 8. You know, I really love this game too, and so like I'm not trying to minimize it at all, but I would have to say that Green Hell's about an 8. There's some limitations to it. There's some shortcomings. You can't be like super perfect, you know, like you can't have everything that a gamer wants, but there's some parts of this game that I feel are really lacking. And so I would say, even though I'm a big huge fan of Green Hell, I would definitely say that I would give it an 8 out of 10. All right, just getting a little bit more rope and materials so that way we can make a bunch of good arrows. I know it's late, and so I'm trying not to stay out too much longer. And I'm also not trying to like eat anything and get insomnia by staying up past the time that I need to. But I mean, let's be real here. The more arrows I can make, the better our situation is going to be. So craft, and then it's a metal arrowhead cast, 2 feathers, and a rope to make 1 metal arrow. It's a lot of stuff, but you can make 10 of them. These are probably going to just... Oh, wow, they're going to go into my inventory. Nice. I'll take that. Hey, we can make the bone spear now. That's nice. We're starting to be able to make the really nice stuff. And thank you very much for the likes and the follow, GGG. GG's. GGG. All right, and we'll go ahead and spin those around so we can pick up the rest of them here. Nice. So we got 22 metal-tipped arrows. Got 1 metal cast left, so we're going to go ahead and skip on making any others. But the idea is I eventually want to get away from using any just regular ones. Nice, Neil. It is a great game. I truly love this one. So every time that I make a whole thing of metal arrows, because now we got 22 of those and then 9 tribal arrows, I always ditch a whole stack of arrows over here. And so we're slowly moving on to better and brighter things. All right, let's go ahead and get some sleep. But first things first, I want to fill up our trough a little bit here. I'm trying not to like overdo it, so that way it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. There's a way that you can turn that into 2 separate. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not even like a cool tip. It's just an aesthetic thing. Hey Tony, good to see you. Oh yeah, we probably wouldn't be interested in anything like that, Marie, but I appreciate it. Definitely not. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I just don't want to waste your time or mine. We're part of a marketing agency, and so like we handle all of our own graphics in house and stuff like that. And so again, just don't want to waste your time or ours, but wouldn't be a good buyer for you. All right, so we need to kind of get a little bit of everything going on. Drink it right there. What mode is this? This is Spirits of the Amazonia. And so this is effectively, this is like horde mode in the Amazon, which is super fun. Mushroom soup for breakfast. Let's go. Or actually, I think I'm going to make 2 mushroom soups. Just to get all of this nice hydration and carbohydrates in here. All right, well, that one's boiling and brewing. Go ahead and dump this water back in here because I want it in. I don't like how you can only put water in the top. Sorry, I didn't want to sneeze on a microphone. I mean, I guess I didn't want to sneeze into the microphone. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. My allergies are like way activated today. So thank goodness for a mute button, right? All right, let's go ahead and reset things for the day. So that guy just straight up came this way, and I don't like that. Don't like that one bit. All right, we need to get some plant matter. What happens when I harvest this? Do I get fiber? No, I got a small leaf pile. Nice. It's kind of exactly what I needed. There we go. Small leaf pile. All right, and we'll go ahead and put the remaining arrows in here because we need more metal arrow casings to make it. What map am I on right now? This is the Spirits of the Amazonia map. And so this is the starting one, and like the tribal villages are all activated, the steamboat and all that. So definitely as consistent as possible to the original. Oh, you know what? I never activated that trap. I need to go back all the way around and do this. So that way I don't hurt myself. There we go. Arm this spike trap. Not too shabby. All right. So now we do these arrow traps. We'll start on the perimeter ones. Nope, not this one first. Not this one first. I always make that mistake, and then I always walk right into it when I do these. So we got to start here. Yeah. Definitely got to start up here. The amount of times I've tripped my own arrows in this game, which I appreciate that this game does it that way. I'm not a big fan of setting traps in survival games that, like, for some reason your character can just walk right over and not trip. Like, I don't know. I like the added realism of the everybody can set off the arrows kind of situation. It also makes things a lot more difficult when you're, like, running away from one of these thugs, which happens a lot more frequently now. All right, so again, I'm using the regular arrows here in the traps until we get more metal arrow casings. I could probably make a forge at this point and make my own metal arrow casings, but what's the fun in that? Like, I just earn them, right? And I would much rather earn them. Oh, man. So many arrows to reset every single time, but so much better than having to do the combat myself. There's some tricks with melee combat in this game about, like, how to set things up to be ultra, like, effective. I'm not good at that stuff, the melee stuff in this game, but there's ways to use the dodge mechanic very, very, very effectively in this game. I'm not that good at dodging in this game, so we do the best we can. I think I literally only have the regular arrows in the traps at this point. Oh, hang on, I see an arrow on the ground. No arrows left behind, please. Gotta be careful because this one's armed, right? Yeah. Okay, let's be smart. Is this one armed too? No. Okay, that one's not armed. Can't see, I tripped it. And that's why we were smart. Yeah, the boring part of this is resetting all the traps. The fun part is actually doing the rounds and seeing if we survive. Oh, tribal arrow. That's one we want to definitely keep. Okay. All right. Well, that's that. Let's go ahead and hit the save. And actually, you know what? I need to check one more spot to see if it got tripped. Nope, nobody came over here. So we're good. All right, we're definitely all right there. Okay. I guess we'll just check our fire. Ooh, glad we did that. All right, we're gonna need more than that twig to keep this fire going before we do it. It's not like I need to keep, like, I don't need to keep the fire going, but there's no point in letting it burn out right now. But I personally, I don't think that I have anything to keep it going with right now. Could break those down, but why? Fine. Just do this real quick. Hey, thanks very much for the follow. Mighty kind of you. Appreciate it. All right, there we go. 6 sticks and a few small ones. That'll work. All right, from a production standpoint, I'm ready to go. Or excuse me, from a battle standpoint, I'm ready to go. But from a production standpoint, I need to do something for my pace. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun if I get injured or something like that. So, got to be smart for a sec. And I need to go get some water. I like this game because there's a big, like, there's a serious rhythm to it. And I think that's what a lot of people don't recognize with Green Hell, is the rhythms of it. There's patterns to almost everything. And so you can anticipate when you're due for like a big cat attack. And so you can start being more careful. And so, for instance, I am due for a big cat attack right now. And so I'm probably going to get attacked by a puma in the very, very, very near future. And I don't like that. But I do like that. I mean, you walked right into it, dude. Don't be mad at me. But anyway, so we're going to take a bath real fast. Have some water. Probably eat that meat and then head on upstairs. Heard something. I don't like when I randomly hear stuff in this game, and it happens very frequently. You know what I just realized? You can't hear the game over there. Hang on. I need to fix this. And I probably should have paused the game before I looked away. But here you go. There's the sound of the game. My bad. I look over at one of my monitors and it's just not moving, and I'm like, isn't that the one that's supposed to have the game audio on it? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is the one that's supposed to have the game audio on it. My apologies, everybody. There's game audio for you. Alright, so all of my traps are armed, so I have to be very careful, but there is a path around the base, and then I have a backup secret entrance over here that you can get in and out of on both ways. And so highly recommend it. Oh, did I not fill up this thing? Because that was the whole reason I went down there, and I got distracted by a pig. Dumb. So dumb. I have to go back down there again now. You know what? No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Whatever. Here we go. What round are we on? 16. Here we go. Bring it on. Let's go. Yeah, what are you going to do? You think you're going to get a shot off from back there? Nope. Where are they coming from? There we go. I don't hear a thug yet. Traps are doing their job. There we go. Well, whatever round that wasn't that bad. Some honey dressings. Some plantain lily. That's not bad. That's not that bad at all. Was hoping to get some more of those arrow casts, so that way I could make some more arrowheads, but doesn't look like we're gonna get those today. All right, so now we got to be extra careful walking through here because some of these got tripped, some of these didn't. We got to clear the bodies out and keep it going. Yeah, they're able to run through a bunch of these lines of traps. They get tripped on a bunch of them, but some of them are not as effective. Some of them are clearly in the right spot. Oh, sorry, TikTok. 2 seconds. When I set up the audio, I clicked away from stuff. Hey, Yale, thank you very much for the follow. And Huber, thanks for the share. And Professional Gooner, good to see you again. Thanks for the likes. Nice. Glad you bought the game the other day. Highly recommend this one. Like, definitely one of the better survival games out there, in my opinion. What? Fine. Need more arrow space. There we go. Alright. Just keep triggering this stuff for a sec to make sure that we are safe to move around the cabin. Looks like all 3 of these got hit. Maybe not this back one. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. That was actually one of the more effective trap ones. It is a little hard. The learning curve is definitely up there. There's my best advice is learn the plants. Because if you can figure out the plants in this game, you'll be able to do all the other parts of it that are tricky. Just learn the plants. Alright. Go ahead and cut this dude up. Clean up all of these bodies. Yeah, I was gonna say, really? Really? You picked the bone over the arrows? Don't like that. Alright, you know what? We're also going to drop all these feathers. Because as much as I need more metal arrows, I'd rather pick up the actual arrow that I still have. I have all this human flesh on me right now. That's why I'm running so slowly. See all the rotten human flesh on the ground? That's pretty much what we have to deal with. But harvesting the bodies is one of the quickest ways to get your materials back, like your arrows. And yeah, I don't know. I just always find it a lot easier. Okay, 2 more bodies left. Get some more arrows here. And then we get to reset it and do it again. I know I said that sarcastically, but I'm pretty excited about hopefully finally finishing Spirits of the Amazonia. It would be cool if we were no longer in the midst of the wet season. Wait, no space in the backpack for what? It said that I have no space in the backpack for 2 things, and then I didn't see anything fall to the ground. So I have no idea what it's talking about. It looks like we picked up all the arrows and stuff. Alright, more human flesh. Gross. Keeping this 1 piece for maggots, but there's so many like rotted pieces on the ground that like does it really matter. There's also this dead carcass that's always here that has maggots. So I guess, you know what? That is a waste of space. Let's get rid of that. It's like an extra 3 pounds of weight too. Alright, well I guess we're gonna just arm it and go again. Run it back, double or nothing. Well, it's not really double or nothing. It's just a constant progressive wave. Have I ever played The Forest? I have. I have played The Forest. Actually, Sons of the Forest is one of the main games that we launched this channel with. And I'm super pumped for The Forest 3. In fact, we just released a new video on our YouTube today. That is about the 10 base building games that we are the most excited about. And The Forest 3 made that list. Because I am ultra excited about The Forest 3. Or, well, I guess I should say Forest 3. Shouldn't say The Forest 3. Thanks for the follow there, Mankoto. I hope I said that right. Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty excited about that one. We tried to do it pretty cool with the pacing. And so it goes back and forth between, like, a really chaotic game, and then a really cozy game, and then back to a chaotic game, and then back to a cozy game. Like, we tried to balance it as best we could. Alright, just loading up some arrows here. Oh, what was that? What was that? I feel like I like saw an arrow pop up. Whatever. Alright, and then we need to fix this trap over here that got damaged. And I learned that if I just break apart one of these, gotta watch out for these bees right in front of me. But yeah, if I just damage one of these and grab this, and then this is what we need to fix this. So it looks like they're just running straight at me here through this side, which tells me that I could probably bolster this up with another one, and then even another one like that. And so let's go ahead and do this just to make things a little bit more exciting for myself, I guess. Exciting? Is that really the word that I want to use here? No, it's not the word. Gotta love when you've been in an area for so long in a base building game that you just kind of walk around and you're like, oh, okay, here's all of the resources that I could possibly want and need, just scattered about because I've been building here for so long. Alright, and we've learned our lesson about adding the leaf piles in before we're ready. Alright, just 4 more. Harvest these big sticks here. Just 1 more small stick, or 1 more regular stick, please. Seriously? You're not going to have 1 more regular stick around here for me? It's craziness. It's like one of the main resources in this game. You tell me I have to run all the way over here. I'm chopping down this tree just for 1 stick. It's crazy. What did it inspect? Hang on. I got leeches somewhere. It's always on my legs. See if we can find them. No, really? The last space you look. It's always the last space you look. No worries, man. No worries, professional gooner. You have a great day. Hope you have a swell one. Always a pleasure. All right, but I figure if we're just gonna kind of, if they're coming this way, we wanna block them, right? Like that makes sense, right? I'm not being crazy here. So we'll go ahead and grab that one and that one, and pull this back over here. Harvest. Oh, I need to actually like have this picked up. 2 seconds. We'll get that in a minute. There we go. Alright, so those are armed as soon as you set them down, so you got to be a little careful here. Alright, and I don't think... Have I triggered that yet? Nope. Okay. Alright, now we got to start being careful. Now we have to start being careful. Not like 5 minutes ago when I was already doing this. I do like how effective these bow traps are. Like, the arrows just fly right into the dude's heads. So you really don't have to stress it or worry about it too much. Okay, so that one out there is armed. This one is not armed. 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 That's armed. Those 3 are ready to go. Okay. So yeah, it is just this. That's ready to go too. Yeah, just this one right here. And then we got to back it up. Okay. Let's go ahead and enter the base. So I want to be able to do another round, but without being able to get showers, it's hard for me to just eat the random food that I have. Oh, there's the arrow that I triggered. There you go. Okay. So it's hard for me to kind of get the food regular to keep my energy levels up. And so I am going to try to get one more round in today, but I need to eat a bunch of stuff before I can do that. So let's go out for a little bit of an outing here. Oh, I probably should move my cart too. I probably shouldn't leave that out in the open, but whatever. All right, so what I want to find, I don't know the actual name for it, but there's this Brazil nut tree. And that Brazil nut tree should give me every single thing that I could possibly need. If it's got blue mushrooms. Blue mushrooms are like the Amazon's like energy drink. I used to know the name for them too. It's blue something, but I cannot remember what that name is. There we go. All right, so we're finally clean. Let's run out into the Amazon, and we're looking for one of these massive big trees. Something to increase our energy here. I gotta keep my ears open too, because there's I'm due for a big cat attack, and they're not timed, they're random. But the longer you've gone without one, like, your likelihood increases. And if you've gone 2 days in the game without getting attacked, you're probably going to get attacked very soon. And so I'm just trying to be a little slow. But yeah, looking for a very specific, massive tree. Those are pigs. How are there seriously not any of these trees over here? There's one of the trees just right over where that tribal walked. So we'll start venturing over that way, which is super silly to say, but like I'd rather go that way and just get the tree that I need. Was that another one right there? That might be another one right in front of me too. Yep, that's another one. Okay. Well, here's hoping that this has what we need. Yep. Blue mushrooms. That's a tribal totem. So we are definitely in tribal territory. I mean, obviously you saw the tribal walking around. But if you hear them exclaim, we just gotta kill probably one scout. That's it. Oh, you see him? He's coming right at me. He's coming right for us. You guys know that from South Park? I don't know if you know that from South Park or not. I love these metal tipped arrows. They definitely make things a lot more exciting. Okay. So we have 3 of these trees that give us the mushrooms. I doubt we're going to get another set of them, but we can at least check the trees. I doubt they're going to let some spawn in the way here. Nah. Alright. No worries. So let's head on back to our base location. And just kind of get back to work for a sec. Really, the next thing that I have to focus on doing is taking a bath and then just eating these mushrooms, and then we're going to do another round. But these mushrooms are just a stimulant to give you some energy and keep you going. I guess they also give you a little bit of carbohydrates too, so you can't discount that. But the main reason why you look for the blue mushrooms is just for the energy boost. There's no real other point. You know what, before we actually do that, I'm going to go back here. It's kind of crazy that I can't pick these 2 things up. There we go. But you can stack 5 bandages, so we might as well replenish our bandages here. And then I'm not sure what's stronger. I have a tribal spear that I rarely use, but we just unlocked the bone spear. Oh, that's right. There's an underwater cave down here. See, this is why I needed the breathing apparatus. Is because there's this whole underwater cave situation. And it's super fun in these places. But this is where those dudes always breakdance. Inside of my cave that I'm around. But yeah. I always forget about that. I don't know why. But I guess it's because it's just never on my radar that it's right here. But yeah, that's why I should have grabbed the breathing mask. Oh well. Alright, well we did what we needed to do, which was take a bath. Come on, get out of the water, Jake. Let's eat our mushies. I'm kind of mad that I only got 3 of them. But either way. And then we're going to head on upstairs and have a little bit more steak. And that should be all the energy we need. Nice. Nice, nice. I want to play the VR version so bad. Like, the VR version looks so cool. Like, it looks so cool. Did I fill up my flask? Yeah, I did. Okay. Stay away, bees. Come on. Give me space. Just here to get your honey. Hey, hombre. Nice. It's a great game. It is truly one of the greatest survival games that has ever been created. And I do like their game that they just came out with the developers of this, Creepy Jar. I do like the one that they just came out with, which is Star Rupture. I think that's fantastic. All right, so we're going to be a little smart here. I'm going to fill up with the last of my rainwater. Yep, because now we're into doing this. Oh, dumb. Let my fire burn out again. It's always so sad in this game when you let your fire burn out. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's a pain. It's just, you have to go and, like, it's annoying. Yeah, this is one of the mud houses. It's just a little survival bungalow that I threw together to do the challenge. We're doing the Spirits of the Amazonia mode. And so, you know what? I bet there's actually a lot more sticks buried underneath this crap here. I feel like I need to get rid of a lot of this brush. But yeah, we're doing the Spirits of the Amazonia mode. Or I'm doing the Spirits of the Amazonia mode. And so it requires a specific style of base. And then it requires a specific style of defense, too. Alright. I have wasted so much time and energy trying to stay awake for like a little while longer. So that way I wouldn't just ridiculous. Into Black? No, I can't recall ever playing that one before. It's not jogging any memories or anything like that. So I am not sure about that one. All right, let's make some honey tea. Let's go ahead and eat one of my steaks. A little bit more energy here. Battle Sisters. That is not one that I have heard of either. That's definitely a new one. All right, so that's as good as it's going to get. I mean, should we just go for it? What round are we on? 16? Let's just go for it. Let's be smart. We've gone 2 rounds without saving. Let's be smart. It doesn't take much to save in this game, so here we go. Round 17. Oh, I think I hear a thug. think I hear a thug. Whew. That hunter can also get a good shot on me. Hoping he trips on something. There it is. Okay. All right. So that was 100% traps. That's pretty nifty. Did all of them get tripped? I'm pretty sure most of the traps got tripped and used on that one. So before we worry about taking out any of these guys, let's make sure that our traps are okay. Wow! The stick traps did work this time. Look at all this. Those put in some work. That's cool. I'll have to check out both of those, DJ. That sounds pretty legit. I'm all about that. All right, so this one did not get tripped, so let's go ahead and grab that. That definitely did. This one's pretty useless. I don't think this one has ever worked. And what about this? Yep. Yep. Nope. That one didn't get hit. It's kind of surprising. All right, what about this one? Did this one get used? No, they never kind of run around like that. Okay, well there you go. There's all of the that was great. That was like 100% trapped. I did not have to take a single one of them, and I got an arrow shot in the ground right in front of me somewhere. There it is. And what do we get? Armadillo shell and a ritual of the flame. That's it. I kind of don't want the armadillo shell. I'm not trying to be ungrateful to whoever's loading up my coffers here, but I kind of don't want an armadillo shell. I'd prefer something else. Again, not trying to be ungrateful, but like, I think I can make armadillo armor, right? What's armadillo armor? Rope, rope. Is it just 3 pieces of rope? I can't remember what armadillo armor is. I feel like I should know this, but I exclusively use bone armor in this game because you can get it as soon as you kill your first animal, which is not that hard. You just have to find like a pig or something like that, and you don't even have to kill an animal. It takes a long time, but you just run up to the different corpses that are on the ground. I have a corpse that is like permanently over here. I just got to find it. Or maybe it's not permanently over here. Did my corpse go away? I used to have a corpse that would always have maggots on it. But yeah, the resources are very cyclical in this game. But anyway, what I'm getting at is there's a bunch of other stuff that you can get, like bone armor, really early on in this. One more piece of rope? Nope, not a piece of rope. You only play VR games? I respect it. Definitely respect it. All right, craft. I'm trying different combinations to see what would make this work. Nope, not a stick. Maybe is it a regular stick? Or a plank? No, not that. Is it plank? Hang on, I need to figure this out. Otherwise, it's going to just drive me crazy. I need to figure out what the armadillo armor is. What am I missing? A banana leaf. Is that seriously it? The banana leaf? Alright, fine. Well, it's not like we really need to make one, but... Okay. Oh, what's that? Actually, are these any better than what I currently have? No. I'm trying to get some of these tools to start deteriorating. Well, I mean, I don't really want to make the armor if I don't need to make the armor, right? No real point. Alright, let's go harvest some bodies, I guess is the next thing that we need to be doing. Right? Oh, don't like that. A little frozen here. Whew, that was trippy. That was trippy and weird. Don't like that one bit. What's my arrow made of? So I have metal tipped arrows. And so what you have to do is get the metal forge and the pottery table. Actually, I guess you don't need the pottery table, but then you make molds out of your mud bricks, and then you put an arrow inside of it. And then I cannot remember how to do it now. But either way, part of the rewards you get for doing the Spirits of the Amazonia is you get metal tips, you get arrowheads. And so then you just have to craft them. And it takes a lot to craft the arrowheads. I will throw that out there. And so don't think that you're getting away like too easy. But you get so many feathers here from just taking out these tribals, like you just see there. And so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And then there's so much going on in the Spirits of the Amazonia. All right, is this... No, where's your bow? Is this your bow? No, 54. 97. That's your bow, probably. I'll take your bow over my bow. I appreciate that, DJ. Mighty kind of you to say. And yeah, that's the bow trap. And so as soon as you make a bow, you should unlock the bow trap inside of your survival book to just kind of get all of that stuff done. You'll finish harvesting these bodies, and then after we're done harvesting these bodies, head to bed. Right? That makes the most sense. Appreciate the follow, Ombre. Mighty kind of you. Oh, I imagine it's completely different, and I imagine the pacing is very, very different too. Which that's a big deal in survival games, in my opinion, is how well they pace. Because there's some survival games that just don't at all, and they don't understand what pacing is in a survival game. Green Hell is one of the more fast-paced survival games that has ever been made, and I think that's why. Oh, damn it! I do that like probably 20 times. Or 20 times. It's a dumb way of phrasing it. I do that probably like a quarter of the times that I jump off the ledge there. I end up injuring myself. So dumb. Okay. Well, before I get hurt again. So dumb. It's my leg probably. Yep, there it is. Put this honey dressing on there so we can go ahead and waste the space. Alright, so let's not injure ourselves again. I don't need that bowl. Oh, do we have leeches now? Is that what's going on? I think we also have leeches in addition to being injured. There it is. Oh yeah, I'm sure. But there's no way that you could have the same pace as the PC version of this game in the VR version, and have it be playable, because this game comes at you quick. But like, I know me, if I were playing the VR version, like I'd be like tiptoeing through the entire game for the most part. What's the cure for the snake bite? It's this stuff, plantain lily. It fixes all your venom. It's not going to fix the fever. You can also get tobacco leaf. That's the other one. And tobacco leaf you put inside of a bandage, and it'll fix the venom when the bandage finishes healing the wound. Still, it's not going to do anything to fix the, what's it called? It's not going to do anything to fix the fever, so you kind of have to sleep through that, or you have to find the mushroom or plant that fixes fever. So, there's a lot in this game to learn. Like, the learning curve is steep for sure. Alright, keep the fire going and head to bed. Those leeches are by far probably the biggest nuisance in the entire game, because they don't do much except for just chip away at your sanity, and it's not that hard to keep your sanity up, and like no matter what difficulty you're in. But either way, like they are. I agree with you. They are a pain. They are absolute pain. All right, let's see here. We don't need much stuff. Let's go ahead and eat one of our steaks. I imagine. I've only gone insane a couple times in Green Hell. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. They make it a little bit more. They make it seem more difficult than anything to stay alive. You know. Hey, Wix, good to see you, man. I'm doing well. How about yourself? All right, let's go ahead and reset our traps. And I think I got enough time for maybe 1, possibly 2 more rounds here. Hopefully we'll get some more metal arrowheads. Make some more metal arrows and get rid of these regular ones. I do love finding just all these tribal arrows around from the really, really, really bad shots that are out there in the tribal camps. There's a lot of really bad hunters in the Wahara tribe. Like, an unbelievably bad amount of them. Oh, yeah, no worries, man. I always carry at least 1, maybe 2 of those in my inventory, the plantain lilies. It's the plant with the big purple flower. And it's like big, white. Actually, I think there's one over here. I think I saw one over here. And no, there's a corpse there now that took its place. If I see plantain lily ombre, I'll definitely point it out. But yeah, that's kind of the catch-all, the plant for it all. All right, actually, while we're over here, we should probably fix this too. All right, how many is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. I like that concept a little bit. I think that's fun. Oh, nope, didn't mean to craft with that. All right, so we have too much crap. We really do. I have too much stuff here. Yeah, let's see if we can reorganize some of this to fit a little bit more in here. Nope. How much do we need? We're 1 away. That's it? We're just 1 away? It's ridiculous. This won't do anything. I'm just trying to organize it a touch better. Man, that is don't like that. All right, let's ditch these for a second just so we can get these leaf piles on. Because otherwise I'm going to forget to fix these. And these apparently, they work super well on preventing basically the entire right side from coming in. Let's go ahead and fix these. Perfect. Get my plantain lily back. Alright, be smart about this, because as soon as you arm them, you can trigger them yourselves. And that's by far, when I first laid out these spike traps over here, I forgot about them like 4 or 5 times in a row, and so I'd always destroy my own armor on my own traps. Not fun. Alright, man, the amount of bodies, like just the amount of bones scattered around this area because of the amount of bodies that we've taken on. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why if I do play the VR version, it's going to go for the, I'm going to go for the PC. Because just, I mean, the updates that they've made to it on the PC, I mean, I think the Xbox and the PlayStation, they're not that far behind at this point. Maybe like 1, 2 updates or something like that. But it's not many of them. That's for sure. Alright, slowly getting there. And then we'll be able to do a round pretty much as soon as I finish laying out the traps. Have I done this yet? Nope. Is that one set? Nope. That's set. And these 3 should be set too, right? Yep. Okay. It's by far the most boring part about spirits is resetting all your traps. Which, I mean, I appreciate that they're not automatic. You know, like, I'm not a big fan of games that don't put ammo inside of traps. You know, like the Fallout turrets and things like that. Where you don't have to put ammo inside of them. You just set them up and forget about them. All that. I'd be curious to know, DJ, the difference between Green Hell in VR on the PC and Green Hell in VR on the consoles. I'd actually be really curious to know. I almost did it backwards. Let's do this one first. Oh, seriously, Green Hell's only $1 right now? That's cool. That makes sense. They're trying to get other people to play their early access of Star Rupture, which I highly recommend. I think you guys should go check out Star Rupture. It's a great game. It's a fantastic game. Let's see here. What else? This one? All right. Well, there we go. And I guess we're ready to go for another round, right? Is that where I'm at? Just checking on our fire. I need to add some stuff to this fire. Yeah, let's see if we can find some sticks. Love the tribal who just kind of like hangs out inside of the cave. That dude's harmless. He won't come after me. So I don't need to really do anything about him unless I really want to. Alright, if I do another round right now, I'm going to totally forget about my fire. And so let's go ahead and get some fire stuff real fast. And we might as well fill up our flask as well while we're out. Hey, Frostboar. Oh yeah, this game has definitely done some updates over the years. That is for sure. Star Rupture. Yeah, definitely. All one word, though. It's a really unique game. What's that, Wix? Amazed at how much has been added to the game? Absolutely. They have, and it's one thing that I appreciate that they've taken pride in, is they've always taken pride in the fact that they've added stuff to the game without charging for it. And I think that's really cool, and I think that's underappreciated. Like, there's games out there, and I'm not trying to knock it. It's a gorgeous game. But Dune Awakening and Conan Exiles, those come to mind because those are games where people are just nonstop like playing them, but they have to continuously spend DLC level money to play the most recent updates. And so, yeah, just my 2 cents on it. Yeah, I wanted to get to the plank. Didn't want to smack a giant plant, but whatever. All right. So now that we got that done, let's go to our last round here. Get it done. Just making sure that we're not about ready to be attacked by like a big cat or something as we come up to our base. You know, we should take this guy out. He occasionally does come up to the base and causes problems. So we should take this guy out. If he's yelping, he's spinning in a circle over here. He's in his breakdancing era. I hear him walking. Where you at, dude? There he is. There we go. Oh, just a warrior. Can I just get my arrow back from you? Thank you. Oh, well, hopefully that happens soon. I definitely get that. I used to be part of a game publisher, like an indie game publisher, for a long time. And as cool as that job as that was, it was also very high stress. Oh, I forgot to get water. Damn it. It was also a very high stress job, and we had one studio that was developing a bunch of VR content, and that studio alone, wow, was it a lot of work. And so yeah, I understand that, and hopefully they keep improving and iterating on it and stuff like that. So we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, it was a fun gig. It was a fun gig. Did a bunch of marketing for video games. That was actually the first time that I ever tried streaming, was back in those days. Round 18, let's go! It was back in those days. I started streaming whenever we would release a game. I'd always play it and stuff like that on lives. It didn't necessarily launch a career, but it was fun. It's where I got most of my experience from. They're coming. Alright, there's round 1, or wave 1. Got one shooting at that wall over there again. Which means that the traps didn't work. What's funny is that's my arrow. He triggered the trap, and the trap's what got him in the head. So I don't think that was me. Man, he got under here. How did he even break through this? I didn't even know that was possible for him to get through that. But he didn't even go over where the traps were. He skipped the traps. And he found another hole in my base right here. Okay, so now it just means that we got to put more stick traps here. That's crazy. But appreciate that, DJ. Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and check all of the traps. See which ones of these still have arrows in them so we don't shoot ourselves in the face. Okay. And then now we start the process of cleaning up again. Because as much fun as that was, can't leave all these dead bodies strewn about. I mean, I guess we could. I've never really tried just leaving the bodies out and seeing if they decompose really fast or not. But I always want to make sure that I collect my arrows. Oh, let's see what we got. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a core mechanic in games like this. Blue mushies. Yeah. Man, they really want me to switch to armadillo armor. Like that is just, they want me to switch to the armadillo armor. All right, so let's go ahead, harvest these bodies. And then I have to probably log off after that. Not going to have enough time to do another round. That was decent loot. Considering what we have been getting, I am pretty happy about that. What I really want to do, though, is I want to set this up so that way I can collect all these mushrooms. Collect all these arrows without running into too many issues with inventory space. So we'll make a couple extra stacks here as we go. Okay, hang on. How are you bows? That's the 99. That's the one that just came in versus 94. We'll switch. It's not much, but we might as well keep our bow in the highest level of upgrades. I might switch over to the armadillo armor if it proves to be worthwhile. I don't think I've ever made armadillo armor before, but if I'm getting armadillo shells, and there's a couple places around me where armadillos just spawn regularly. And so, I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks that getting an armadillo armor might be the next step here. Just to make sure. Alright, no space in backpack, but there's nothing on the ground, so let's keep going. Sounds good, DJ. Yeah, I appreciate that. Mighty kind of you for the follow. Oh, yeah, we pretty much just do survival and base building content on a regular basis. And so if that's what you're into, that's what you can expect on our channel. Alright, ditch this stuff just on the ground here. Ditch this meat on the ground here. There we go. I feel like there should be more bodies. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's I don't know. There were more. I feel like there were more bodies. There were more people that ran through here and stuff. I don't know. I'm probably entirely wrong about that. Perfect. Sounds good. You take care. Have a good one. All right. Well, I guess that's it. And we'll have to fix this up next time around. Oh, there's a body. There's a body I didn't see. Just sandwiched between the wall there. Make sure to get this guy. I don't know if I'm going to get any arrows from this guy. Yeah, no, he died completely from the traps. That means they're working. If the traps are doing that, we'll take that. That's fantastic. Will I be on tomorrow? I am going to be on tomorrow. And actually, a couple of our Base Legend community members, we're going to be playing Ready or Not tomorrow. So it should be a pretty good stream. Should be a very fun stream. All right, so with that being opened like that, we'll go ahead and add, I need these half walls here made out of mud. Oh, man. Oh, that is dirty. So because of my bed placement, it's not going to let me fix the wall. Like, it's even, like, the spot's right there for it, right? But because of the bed placement, like, I have this bed right here, and it's not going to let me place it. Sounds good. Appreciate it. You have a great rest of your day there, DJ. Thank you. So we'll go ahead and break that. That sucks. And then we'll be able to fix the... Okay, now I'm actually kind of stressed out a little bit. Why can I not fix my own wall? I'm going to have to troubleshoot this next stream, but like I just broke my bed. And I don't like that. I don't like having to I'll take out my roof and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm a little upset about having to do this. Don't like that. Why? Man, if I have to rebuild this entire thing, I'm not going to be that happy. Next step, we got to take out these palisades. I think it's this palisade right here. It might be too close. Nope. Come on now. Okay. Thank you for sparing the log. Alright. Short wall. Thank you. Okay, so it was the palisade. That was all that was causing that. That's not that bad. Yeah, definitely not that big of an issue. And then we'll, on the next stream, I'll have to repair the palisades and get this wall kind of a little bit more established if they're able to break it down like that. That was pretty surprising. I thought that they had we were gonna have some bodies piled up at this window underneath these stick traps instead of them breaking through this really, really small area. But either way, all right, well, I don't really need to worry about rain, so we'll just fix this tomorrow or the next time we stream Green Hill. All right, so I need to make a bed again. So just a standard leaf bed will do it. Let's rotate this around. Yeah, just a standard old leaf bed will do it. I think I need one more after this to finish it up. All right, everybody. So as I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, this is Base Legend. We focus exclusively on playing base building games. I shouldn't say exclusively. Like sometimes we play random stuff. Like tomorrow we're playing Ready or Not. And so if you're a fan of base building, if you're a fan of survival games, that type of stuff, please hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button, the like button, all that stuff. Come hang out with us. We're pretty cool people. And if you build bases yourself, join our Discord because we launch these base building contests on a regular basis. So that way people can win gift cards for like best base designs and things like that. But either way, I am out of here. I am logging out and I'm going to kind of get some other stuff done, hang out with my fam, all of that. You guys have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you soon. There you go. Bye.